Hey, everybody. How are you? Welcome to the live. Guess who
Hello,
we
everybody.
have with us? We have Jason. Jason with White Rock Homestead, and I believe Tara is there as well. She'll be joining us very soon. And we're just going to go through a little bit of the comments already, and then we're going to talk about homesteading the first year, building a homestead, what it was like for us, challenges, and all of those good things. So Wade Rue was the first in, then Pam B, then Joe Cool. Steve Walker is in the house. Cindy is here. Ace from Ace Nope is here. And Glenda Bendel is here. And of course, Jason is here. And I can see Tara. Tara, I can see your reflection. I can see your reflection in the
Oh, in the
refrigerator.
fridge. Yeah, and we see building with Keith, so Keith and Mickey are in, or at least Keith we know for sure is in.
Yeah. So
So
good evening, everyone, and how are you doing? Hopefully, the audio is not too bad. All you got to do is check your radar. We are in a monsoon. We're in a monsoon here, and an hour away is Jason and Tara, and they are also in the same monsoon. I
and yeah,
checked.
I was actually just checking the radar, and there's no hope of letting up anytime soon. And
Oh
I think
no,
it's
none at
actually
all.
supposed to turn back to a frozen mix tomorrow.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be 2 days of getting pretty close to nothing done. But I also checked the radar and I opened it up real big. The storm is all the way down at the Gulf and goes all the way up to Michigan. So this is a big one crossing across the country right now. So we got Tommy Branskin in and Cindy LeBeau. Cindy asked, "Where's Missy?" Okay, guys. So Missy is she's resting. She had a big day today, very big day, and she's just resting up. She's going to be fine, but Jason and Tara are stepping in to help me out here, and we're gonna let Missy rest up because let's face it, guys, taking care of me is a big, big job, and if she needs a break, we'll let her have her break. No problem at all. So hopefully we can keep you all entertained. And look at the lady of the hour,
I
Miss
had to make
Tara.
coffee.
Oh, good for you. I'm a little jealous. I wish I had a coffee.
Uh-huh.
But,
Hey, I
but
offered her.
it would be really boring if I got up and walked away. Then it wouldn't even be a Tilted K live. It'd be an all White Rock
We'd,
Homestead live.
we'd be run away. We'd have to steal the show
Oh,
and
the fun we
That's
could
right.
have with that.
tell all the Tilted Case secrets that nobody else knows.
Yeah, yeah.
Here's Jennifer's chicken dance. She came
Ooh,
in. Yeah, we seen
that's
her the other day, and she said that I said it right. So hopefully we're good up in Montana.
Oh, okay, good, good, good. And then Joe Cool chimed in and said, congratulations on 2,000 subscribers. So, yes, thanks to all of you out there. We have passed the 2,000 subscriber mark. Yay.
You have, and
Super
I was just seeing that too. That's awesome. Congrats to you guys. You deserve it for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. We never thought we'd get here. I mean, it's a small number in the grand scheme of YouTube when people have hundreds of thousands of subscribers or tens of thousands, but we cherish every single one of our 2,035 subscribers. They're very important to us, and we really appreciate them all. So thank you all for coming and joining.
And hi, PMB. She said hi to us, and yeah.
Yeah. And River Rat Homestead is in. So I thought this is our first collaboration live. So I'm going to have to check myself because usually Missy's giving me this, telling me I talk too much, and they can't do that from there. So I'm going to try and give them a chance to chime in. and not just sit there and watch us on YouTube. I thought it
This
would
saves
be
our thumbs a
interesting.
lot. We don't have to comment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought it would be interesting for us to talk about becoming homesteaders and the first year of becoming homesteaders, and not only becoming homesteaders, but building a homestead from scratch, which we both have done now. I mean, we're a month away from our full year, and you're a month past your full year, aren't you?
Yeah, real close in time frame.
Yeah. Because we need to really narrow down the dates for like when we bought the property. I think it was November, maybe.
November 16th was when we closed.
Yeah, but then we didn't get to move on the property till around
January 17th.
the 17th of January.
Oh, so you're like a week or two away from your anniversary date.
Yeah.
From being on the property because we
Nice.
We stayed
moved
at Buddy
here.
and Belinda's for 2 months.
Yeah. And our anniversary date is February 26th. So we're pretty close. It's kind of crazy how karma works, and we all moved down here relatively at the same time.
Well, I know. It's cool, isn't it?
So all right, let's start with, what was your greatest ambition the day you moved onto your homestead? And what was your greatest challenge to date now that you have been here a year?
Our biggest challenge, I mean, I think right at first we were kind of just willy-nilly. Like we knew we had to clear the area. And we knew we had to get the well running. Well, see if the well ran. But I think like that hard-pressed feeling of urgency came when we realized we had to get crops in the ground, or in your case, get a greenhouse up.
Yeah.
So that kind of that was like the first real sense of urgency, I guess. Other than just the infrastructure. Well, I guess if you figure on, because we did want to get moved to the land. So I guess it would have been the infrastructure.
Well, and when he's asking like from getting to the property, when we were physically on it, staying on it, the biggest ambition honestly was building the shop so that we had a place to start everything.
That was supposed to be first.
And looking in the comments, pretty much everybody here is following our journey also, which is awesome. You all know I don't have a shop yet. So in priorities it changed, I think, along with the different things. I think the biggest struggle honestly was even though there was a well here, it was still water, because I had to get it from the well to the camper and then to the house. But do that when we first moved, being during the winter time, it was 150 feet from my well to the RV to be able to fill it up on those freezes. So it was definitely a
pioneer living.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Lifestyle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I totally agree. I mean, when we arrived on our property, unfortunately we had a big hurdle, because the camper got stuck 50 feet into the property. It got stuck up to the axles. And, when we woke up the next morning and I got out and looked at it, I'm like, this thing's not going anywhere. Like, we need to wait for spring. So that was depressing, to say the least. But yeah, I mean, our greatest struggle really was, like you said, getting some kind of infrastructure going, because we set the whole homestead up, took the camper where it eventually ended up, where it is now, which is only 50 feet from power. We had water all set up down there. We had everything going for the camper to be down there. So when we couldn't move it for the first 6 weeks, I mean, I was running 300 feet of extension cords and trying to power up a camper. And we had a little space heater in there because it was the end of February. Like we couldn't make toast and run the coffee machine at the same time. If we wanted to run the microwave, we had to turn the heat off. We had tons of stuff we had to do, and then we were running water from 150 feet away with just a garden hose. So anytime it got cold at night, we'd have to unplug it, drain it. It was definitely a challenge in the beginning. Our biggest challenge, though, for the year, I think, was finding our market, because we came down with the anticipation of being a market farm, growing vegetables and selling them. And we were going to sell them from the farm, and that didn't work out. And then we kind of scrambled, but we were able to find farmers markets that worked out, and we were able to salvage a really good summer out of that for the first year. And that was fantastic. But that was really our biggest struggle. We were really trying to find our way here in Arkansas, and with everything so spread out so far away, it was difficult to find that right mix. And
I think there's something to be said, because like we've had this conversation personally, but I'm not sure, like, you know, people that are watching in right now understand that, like, we bought our property within a month, closed on it, and then moved here to Arkansas, as to where you and Missy spent, you know, 2-3 years coming from Connecticut down, kind of prepping the land, doing some things ahead of time. But which, you know, oddly enough, we moved permanently to Arkansas, both of our families, around the same time.
Yeah.
You know, but you had a little bit of, like, I guess there was an excitement to us because we'd never experienced any season in Arkansas other than winter.
Correct.
We had left up north right after Christmas, maybe New Year's, but it was typically between Christmas and New Year's. We got out of Michigan and came south looking for land. And so we had there was so much excitement built up coming into spring.
Yeah.
Even though we were neck deep in mud, there was so much excitement coming in to know how different is it going to be. And it didn't disappoint, and it's way different.
It's definitely way different. There's a heat going on down here in the summer that I did not anticipate. I knew we were, you know, pretty far south from where we had started, but I've never experienced, and my realtor told me, and people told me, when you come down here, come summertime, you're going to work until 11, 12, and then you're going to go hide in the shade until 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And to me, in New England, it gets to 90 degrees or even 100 degrees, but the intensity of the sun was not the same. And lo and behold, come June, July, and August, I'm like, it's noontime. I can't take it anymore. I've got to go sit in the shade for a couple hours. It's not the heat. It's the intensity of that sun. Just, it bakes you. It's really incredible.
Yeah.
So,
and I think that was a challenge for, like, we have different sleep habits. I am up at the butt crack of dawn way before the sun comes up. I am, you know, and he likes to sleep in. So I think us finding our groove was a little difficult this past summer, because by the time he's ready to go work, we had that like 2-hour window before it got too hot where you couldn't, you know?
Well, and there was a big difference, and I'm noticing now that we're in the house and we don't have curtains, we don't have shades. I mean, the house is where it's at, that I don't have to put that kind of stuff up, right?
Mm-hmm.
As to where in the camper, we had curtains pulled, we had reflectix in there, like it was darker. So my, brain and body says, hey, it's dark sleep. I am finding myself, whether she'll give me credit or not, that I am getting up because my body will naturally get up with the sun if it sees and feels the sun. But if it's not there, then it's not time to go. I do want to real quick, because I did see Johnny and Christina jumped in. Hey guys, from Gillum Farms.
Cornish Family Farms is here. Yeah, Cornish Family Farms is here as well. I saw them jump in.
And Eric,
And
I'll let you or you want me, but Johnny complimented what a great banner. Does that I think we need to let the folks know what this
Spill some
banner
beans
going
on
below
this.
is.
that's
Yeah.
right. That's absolutely right. You guys should take a look down below. Jason knows more about it than I do, so I'm going to let Jason take this. But I put this banner up to support this event, and I'm happy to support it. I'm really hoping that that's something that we're going to be able to take part in as well. But Jason knows all the details. Why don't you tell him about it, Jason?
Okay, guys. So there's a large group of YouTubers that last year there was an event called Mid America YouTube Meetup, and it was held at Lake Tenkiller in Oklahoma, and it's big in our hearts because that was our first meetup, and that really threw our channel into kind of put it on a big roll, right? It really grew. We got to meet everybody that we participate with on Thursday nights for our Homestead Hangout. Our tribe that we have over there, we got to meet all those wonderful people, and it's been amazing. And so it's a special spot. So an amazing supporter of pretty much the entire YouTube community, especially the ones that we're all associated with, is JB Conway Puroki. And they wanted it. Now, for those of you seeing it in here, this isn't replacing the Arkansas meetup.
Not at all. We're still going to both.
The River Valley,
No.
But when they
Something
change
totally
location,
different.
yes, this is an another chance for people to come meet one another as subscribers, meet one another as content creators, as followers, just however you want. It's a meetup. That's what it is. I don't even know.
Yeah.
I want to pull my crayons out, make it simpler, but it doesn't get any simpler. So it's going to be April 26th to the 28th. And I know I sent Eric, I don't know if you've posted on your community page. If you go to our community page or Gillum Farms, and we're trying to push this out, guys, to everybody within the interwebs and YouTubes. So share it on every form of social media you have.
Yeah.
But Cherokee Landing State Park, yes, it's a lot of words. And there's a website that you can go to register this for camping if you want to stay there. Tons of Airbnb, hotels, eating. So we're going to be there obviously with the Nugget, and we're going to camp. We know several. I think the count's up to 30, close to 30. I think by the time we got done on Saturday talking about it.
Okay.
Confirmed right now, and Saturday was the first that this has been released.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
So just get a hold of Gillum Farms if you want to go.
Well, there's gonna be an email. I don't want to have everybody flood Johnny's yet. That's what we had talked about. There's gonna be an email, and we're all gonna promote that on our channels. What that email is to basically a confirmation, because there's the park kind of wants to know how many people are coming, but then also all of us that are kind of helping co-host type deal, push this thing out. We've all got a little part. We also need to know what to bring, providing food, shelter, that kind of stuff. So
and we are not
gifts.
I just want to make that clear. We are not hosts. Everyone that knows us knows that we are in to help wherever we can, whoever we can. And we believe in this meetup because, like you said, it's close to our hearts. So I want to make that we're not
helping promote it. We're part of it.
Yeah, we're going to promote it. But
and we have no problem helping promote it as well. And guys, if you guys in the comments, if you are planning on going to this event, give a shout out in the comments so people can see, hey, I can go see Johnny and Christine at Gillum Farm, or Dale and Lisa at 9 Acres, or Brenda from Freedom Redbird, or JB from Cherokee. They'll be there, and that will give everybody a chance to say, hey, this is worth going to. I really want to meet those people. Yep, look at
Meetups are
Johnny
so
from
much
Gillen
fun.
Farm with a big going.
Yeah,
Johnny's
and he
going.
actually, Johnny, that was something I had forgot. So, they have the Red Fern Festival is also going on in Tahlequah, right there by where the park is going, the little town just a few minutes away. And it's evidently a really cool festival to go and check out
we'll probably break away
during
and
the
go look
day.
at it.
Oh, nice. And there's another big collaboration that you're involved in today, isn't there, Tara?
Yes. Yep. So the ladies of the Homestead Hangout have started up a ladies Bible study every Monday at 7 p.m. Called Digging in the Word. And we had our first one last week. We are kind of studying the book of Esther right now and kind of, really going over that. And we look for that to be a weekly thing. We're really having a lot of fun with it. And what my favorite thing about it is that you've got 4 different women at 4 different places in their faith, 4 different backgrounds. So you have 4 completely different perspectives of how they can apply that to their lives and how that all works. And so I think that there could be something for everybody, whether it's a question, whether it's a comment, whether it's guidance, whether it's just kind of what you need. So it's really special. And the response has been amazing. So definitely go check us out at 7 p.m. And
Yeah,
also
right after this live. And who
Yep.
else?
So
and
it's
who else is on there with you?
So it's of course me, White Rock Homestead, and then we have Christine at Miss Gillum Farms and Gillum's Farm. We have Nana, or otherwise known as Lisa, from 9 Acre Family Farm, and Ginger at Not for Nothing Homestead. And we just have a blast with it, y'all. I mean, we just having a really good time with it, and it's just it's really special. We all come out of it just pumped. It was just really special.
And it must be nice to get a woman's perspective on faith, because traditionally we only get a man's perspective on faith. I mean, most preachers are men, and most leaders of most churches, whatever denomination, tend to usually be men. So it's nice to get like a woman's perspective on on the Bible and on what all that means.
And none of us are scholars. And, I think a lot of times people look for the real life application of spirituality. And, I'm hesitant. I don't say religion because I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. So for me, it's realizing that none of us are perfect in this scholar. We're not theologians. We're just 4 ordinary women looking at the word and trying to work our way through. So I think it's great. And you're right. It's typically men that are given it, and it's sometimes preached from the position of authoritarian. Yeah. And none of us are that. So we just want it laid back. We love the atmosphere that it's created and the opportunities that it brings.
Good. I'm glad. And I'm glad that you're having fun with it. So that sounds like a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about what our biggest accomplishments for this past year have been. And I'm going to start. Yes, I'm going to start because you guys are sitting in your biggest accomplishment. And guys, I've been there and I've seen it, and it's really amazing. I mean, it's when it comes to a tiny house, it is everything you could possibly ask for packed into that house. Like, it's comfortable for the 2 of them. I can tell everything. They have everything that you could need. It's not like Pioneer Life. They've got all the amenities. It's very comfortable. And, I've gotten the pleasure to be around Jason and Tara over the last couple of weeks since they've moved in. And the corners of their mouth are turned up just a little bit higher over the last 2 weeks. So it's working out just fine for them.
Mm.
And for us, we're very happy too. We finally got started on our house, which is, it's just mind-boggling that we have actually gotten that far. And little spoiler alert, guys, check it out. Tomorrow's video, we're back on the farm stand. The farm stand has moved back up to the front row of projects because Missy needs to get her seeds started, and she needs a good place to do that.
Mhm.
So I am back working on the farm stand, and we are going to get that enclosed, insulated with power, and ready to go for her, hopefully by the end of January, I'm hoping for. So that was my big accomplishment. Obviously, the tiny house for you guys. How do you feel now that you're in the tiny house?
We did take a couple of days. Well, actually, we took 2 days to. I don't even know if we took 2 days to actually breathe before we're like, all right, yep, on to the YouTube studio. So, like, we didn't really take a lot of time. We tried to be lazy. We tried to take a day of just doing absolutely nothing, and by like 2:00 in the afternoon of that same day, we're both just like, no.
Yeah, it's a lot more comfortable. I mean, don't get me wrong, we weren't uncomfortable in the fifth wheel. Like, for two of us to be in it, it was comfortable. We were warm. We had everything that we needed in there, but it is so much nicer having a little bit more space, things. It really, having a home finally, it kind of it gives you that permanence of your land. I can go back and look at the deed and see my name is on it, and I can look at the mailbox and the mail. I can look at everything and know. But it's almost like over aggressive camping type deal because we're still in the camper. And so to be able to transition down to here, albeit not, I mean, it is much larger than the camper, but not, it's not like we moved into a 2,000 square foot home. It's 542 square feet, right?
482.
No, there's no 8 in that.
452. It's
under
know. 500.
Yeah, it's under 500.
Math is hard. Math is very hard.
So yeah, there's definitely a different feel walking into your home.
Yeah, it doesn't bounce like the camper.
And that you also don't have that hanging over you anymore, that we need to get into the house. We need to get into that. We need to get the house done. Like, that part of it is that, okay, we're here. Now what's the next project? Where for us, it's like, we'd like to move on to the next project, but we've got to build the house. So we'll have that aha moment.
Yeah, you jumped into the farm stand immediately, though. So how the progress that you guys have made still blows us away, because you made all that progress while you were actively. It wasn't like you were just planning your farm stand or planning the town markets. You were actively doing it while you were building, and that's huge and just kind of awesome.
Yeah. Sometimes it was daunting. I mean, let's face it. Anybody who's out there, if you're thinking of this lifestyle, you are going to get the biggest rewards that you have ever gotten in your life from taking on something like this and watching it grow from your own work. Like, you guys, you didn't contract out someone to build your house. You built your house. We're doing the same thing. That's the good side of it. The downside of it, and it's not really a downside, but it feels that way sometimes. It's a lot of work. You work 7 days a week. You don't work 8 hours a day for 5 days and then go woo on the weekend. You work every single day, all day, and sometimes into the evening to make that dream come true. And there's a reason why it's a dream, because it's not easy. It's not
No.
something you can just go out and get. Changing your life takes hard work and determination, and sometimes you wonder, did I make the right decision? But you just pile forward and keep going, and eventually your dreams will come true if you believe in them, hard enough.
Well, and I think even for us, like, we talk about, okay, hey, we're living our dream right now, right? It's not just hey, I'm going to do this in the future. It's hey, we're doing that. But you got to remind yourself while you're living that dream, the most common phrase around our household is roam one building a day. And and that's, I think, the hardest part. And I know even with discussions with you, when we would sit down with you and Missy, and we're always talking about, hey, this is what we want to get done. But you get days like the last, like today, where it was, nasty, rainy, and had you not showed up, just spilling a little bit of beans today for a little something, I probably wouldn't have left the house at all day. And
you're at the mercy of the weather.
Yeah, and that's okay. We spilled the beans. Yes, I was down at White Rock Homestead today. There'll be a video. I'll have my video to that coming out next Friday. You guys are free to put your video of what we did before that. It's kind of your gig anyway on that one. But Jason was over at our homestead yesterday, and we did a little something and got a project done. And in a wrap up to that, talking to Jason on my homestead, I found out that there was a little something that he could use. And frankly, I had it, and I didn't need it anymore. So, spoiler alert, guys, they need 2x6s for their YouTube studio build, and I had extra 2x6s from my house build and farm stand build that I won't need until I'm framing my wet walls in the house, and that's months away. And they're just sitting there under a tarp, and I said, Jason, I got to go out your way anyway this week. I got to go to Lowe's. Let me throw these in the truck and bring them to you. And came home, talked to Missy. I said, that's it. I'm going tomorrow. So bright and early this morning, I don't even think Jason's truck was cold from driving it home with what he had from our homestead. And I was there with a load of 2x6s. And lo and behold, didn't we get there? And what happened?
Started raining.
The rain started.
It started raining, and it hasn't stopped raining here since then. But that's how it goes here on the homestead, in the homestead community. And we have found that since we have moved down here, the generosity of the people in general, but really the generosity amongst homesteaders and the YouTube community.
Absolutely.
We all know what we're going through and the struggles that, like, I don't need to explain to you the struggle of being a homesteader. You're living it. You know what it is. You know the struggles we're going through. So if I see something I can do that helps you guys out and makes life a little easier, we're going to do it. And you guys have done the same for us on many occasions. And it just reaffirms the goodness in human beings,
Well, there's definitely been a reaffirmation in there is good in humanity still out there. And just you got to be put in, you got to get yourself into that right environment around the right people to finally realize that. And we get stuck. I mean, we spent most of our lives until we moved to Arkansas, kind of having little tidbits of, okay, maybe there's, some good people out there still, but there's so few and far between. And I think that's the greatest thing amongst everybody that we've met on, our homestead journey, but also our YouTube journey is it's allowing us to meet all these same like-minded individuals, and it's refreshing to know.
Oh
so
yeah.
Everyone
It's
is
kind of
smiling.
it's kind of weird. It's like I've kind of let my guard down meeting people that was a need in life back home where I lived, because you just didn't know if somebody was not out to get you, but out to look for an opportunity to take advantage of you in some way.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
No, it's a great community.
but that's
and
not it. It is.
it is.
It is,
And
and the YouTube community is the same way.
yeah, I want to
How we
comment
doing
here.
on
Jennifer,
time, guys?
we've
I'm
got
gonna step out for 'cause
Yeah.
I gotta get going, but I just want to tell everybody thank you guys for stopping in. And yesterday, Missy and I were gonna have a noodle day. I know y'all were looking forward to the noodle videos. I woke up, had some bad news from back home in Tennessee, and I ended up getting sick. Was not a good tummy day, and I did nothing but sleep all day. So I did not go over in loop because I didn't know if it was emotions or if I was coming down with something. Didn't want to take the chance of getting Eric and Missy sick. So we postponed noodle day. But thank you guys. It is still coming. We are still going to do it. I've got to go get ready for our stuff. He's going to wind up and say goodbye. Eric, we love you. Mwah. Missy, we love you. I know if she can hear me in the background. And everybody, we love you. So
all right.
We love you too,
Come on
guys.
Come
Thanks
on
so
here,
much.
lady.
Yeah, Tara's got to go get ready to do her live, and then the back half of this live, you guys are just going to be with me, because look at Jason's shirt. There's a big game coming on.
I've got it. So, obviously we can't pull it up on here, copyright issues, but they haven't kicked off yet, so I got a few minutes. And I did want to adjust. So Jennifer had said her and her husband have been living in a campers for like 11 years.
oh, baby,
Yeah.
And My Wild Home, we say hello. Tara says hello from the background.
Oh, My Wild Home. How are you? And I saw Michigan Life was in here. Hi, Clarissa.
She had to. Clarissa jumped off. She had to do some other stuff, but she was in here because Jason's out of town. So, and
yeah,
yes,
we apologize for not staying on the comments as much. We're doing this new platform today, so I had to pay attention there. And Missy usually helps me out with the comments, so I apologize if we missed anyone that's in the comments. You guys all mean the world to us, and we love you all and hope you the best, and thank you for coming. We try and check out as many of your channels as we can, and certainly leave us a comment on our videos because we read every comment.
Yeah, and that's the great part. I think with doing what we're doing, because we never would have thought we were going to be YouTubers, content creators, whatever, like we never expected to see our own faces on YouTube and doing the things we are. But we're the people that we've met, that come into all the lives that we talk to them in the comments, or when we come up on lives, it's just phenomenal. And it falls back to that, just humanity is good. There is still good in this world, and to be refreshed and not like surrounded by I think the best way I've heard it explained is we've gotten immersed so much in a community of givers that it's unbelievable, really. And I mean, we have to believe it because we're living it and we're experiencing it every single day.
Yeah.
And thank you, Susan. We love you, and Scott too.
Scott and Susan, yeah.
And so yeah, it's super awesome, and we're excited, about this adventure, not for us, but for you guys and for everybody that we're connected with, because there's so many other channels that are kind of doing the same thing, and in different levels, different aspects. And I think that's what's been nice between us, which, well, other than I know building with Keeson here, physically he's the closest ones that we know to us. and we get with him and Mickey quite a bit and do things together. So that's nice. But we're all at different stages, so we can kind of pause because it always seems that one of us needs help when the other ones are frustrated with the current thing they're doing. So we're like, we can go do something else. Absolutely. We're still working, but let's go do something different.
Yeah. And it's nice because, like you said, it's nice we all have our priorities we're trying to get taken care of. But I find as much, if not more, enjoyment taking that day and going and helping someone else and seeing their dream come true, and just giving them that little extra bump. Because sometimes that's all you need. You just need that little, you're slogging away at a project, and you don't feel like you're getting anywhere. And then all of a sudden somebody comes in and you can bounce ideas, and you might not get a great deal of it done, but you feel rejuvenated that somebody's there and to help you out. And I definitely get more joy out of helping y'all and helping the other people that we have helped on this journey to homesteading than I can even explain. I mean, it's really nice to just give of yourself to someone else with no expectation of any kind of payback.
And that's, it kind of brings scrolling at the bottom, and it's going to be fresh and is, that's what these meetups are great for is, we all make connections with people in multiple other states all over the place. And, not everybody has a chance to just, hey, I'm going to take a week or 2 weeks and go travel around. Hopefully, that's kind of Tara and I's plan is we're going to be able to pick, maybe a week, a month or something, or even if it's a weekend, and kind of shoot off in a little direction, because we still like to travel, and that's something that we need for our own like hearts. And but it also, these meetups are giving us that incentive to actually travel. So it's a twofold for us because now we get to travel, but then we also get to meet up with all of our friends. So it's awesome. So Eric, I'm going to leave you with that because I need to get Tara set up for her 7 o'clock. Sorry, I'm trying to make this table go. Digging the word with the Four Sisters coming up.
And the big game's coming on.
Thank you for having us on. We appreciate it. Go Blue.
No problem. Thank you for coming, Jason. We'll see you later.
See ya.
All righty, guys. That was Jason and Tara from White Rock Homestead. I know all of you guys probably know who they are. So now that I'm just back here by myself, I am going to switch over and do some of these comments. So I'm down at the bottom. So if I missed you, throw another comment out. But we've got Wade Rue is in the house. Cindy is here. My Wild Home. Go check those guys out. They have an island of their own out in Canada, and they are building their own private little homestead out there. And their journey and their story is amazing, and you should go watch them. And we have Jennifer, I'm probably going to mess this up, but I'm going to try it. Chick and Dots. Is that correct? Hopefully it's at least close enough. And then we've got Let's Trade Paint. And Cindy LeBeau is also in the house. And then let's try some questions. Let's Trade Paint says, hello, beautiful people. Cindy says she is so inspired by My Wild Home. And Cindy asked, why did the baby rabbits move in with Dad? So we put out a short today. I've been doing a rabbit update shorts, and they did not move in with Dad. They moved next door with Dad. That rabbit hutch that's there, it's a 2-compartment rabbit hutch. And the reason why the baby bunnies moved over there is because they were past their 4-week mark, and they were already eating solid food on their own and eating a little bit of hay because we give them hay too. And they were drinking on their own. And we need to give mom a break because we don't know if mom was self-weaning or not. But we want to let her dry off for a week to 10 days, maybe even 2 weeks. Then she's going to go back in with Bill for another session of breeding to get more bunnies. So that is why they got separated, and we can monitor them better over there because they are on their own food and water supply that mom is not getting. And of course, because they're not in the same compartment of that hutch with Bill, the dad, he has his own water and food. So we can adjust their diet accordingly to get the proper grow out that we want from our bunnies. So let's see. Anybody else? Thank you so much, Eric and Missy. You let me do. I can do some comments here. My Wild Home. So much support. It's nice to see you today. It's nice to see you guys too. What has happened is I haven't gotten over to see as many of your videos as I would like to have because we're on the house build. And that goes for all you guys out there that I'm subscribed to and you've seen me comment on your videos. Trust me, I haven't lost interest in your channel, but with the house build and the farm stand build, and we are here at this house now that we are house sitting at, we're only here for another 3 weeks. Then we move back to the camper on the homestead. There's a commute back and forth, and our days have just gotten so much more busier that I haven't been able to keep up with the channels as much as I would like to. So if you haven't seen me commenting on your videos or hitting the like button or anything like that, it's not because I lost interest. I did not. I'm just super busy right now. But tomorrow is, well, we're getting rain tomorrow. We're getting sleet. We're getting snow. I've got to go to the homestead and do homestead chores and feed everybody, make sure everybody's okay. But I won't be doing any projects at the homestead tomorrow. So hopefully I can get tomorrow's video finished up, editing, and then come back here and do some catch up. So I'm looking forward to catching up on everybody's channel that I can. I know I missed Simply Jan's last. I missed Building with Keith last. I missed Wild Homes last. I missed Michigan Life's last video. I missed a bunch of guys, and I'm going to try and get caught up on all of you tomorrow. Speaking of Simply Jan, she just popped in. Hey, Simply Jan. Have you been here a while, or did you miss it? We had Tilted K. I'm Tilted K. We had White Rock on. We had our first collaboration live. It was a lot of fun. Simply Jan said we had all that weather today. I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did because you are west of us. So it should be clearing out for you guys tomorrow afternoon and or tomorrow morning because it clears out for us tomorrow evening is when it'll be over. So, Charlene Grady's in the house. Hey, Charlene. So, any questions for me? While we still have some time left, we got like 10 minutes left, guys. Hit me with some questions. What do you want to know? I never have to apologize, Eric. We are all so busy. Yes, we are all so busy. But this is what happens. Like, it happens here in the lives as well. When I watch other people's lives, I like to, somebody says hello to me in the live, I want to reciprocate and say hello back to them. But what we all have to remember is, yes, I may have commented, but I might be looking down and typing to somebody else. I mean, I might get up and go to the bathroom or get a drink. So if you are ever in a live with us and you say hi to me and I don't respond, say hi again. It might just be that I took my eyes off the screen and missed it, or had to go to the bathroom or get a drink of water, or Missy asked me a question and I had to respond to her. So please don't feel bad if you are saying hello to us and saying hello several times. Just keep pestering me. I will get back to you. Trust me. So, Jennifer, we will drop to 0 by Friday. Oh, Jennifer, you're going to drop to 0 by Friday. Well, you're not down in this part of the country, I would assume, then. You're probably much north of us. Are you getting snow right now? Because northern Michigan was in snow when I checked the radar a little while ago. So it's a big storm that's coming through. Mild Wild Home is heading off to grab a bite to eat. So that's cool. You guys go get something to eat. It's pretty late. Not a problem at all. Let's see. Wade Rue. Eric, so what is the master plan for your builds? The master plan for our builds. So go check out the video of the farm stand. The farm stand is a 30 by 10, and it has 3 10 by 10 compartments in it. And the master plan for the farm stand is the back 10 by 10 section will ultimately become a seed growing room and a cool room for vegetables in the summertime. So we're going to put a mini split in there. And so we can heat it in February and March when Missy needs to grow vegetables, and then cool it down in the summer for vegetable storage. The middle section of that is going to be Missy's prep area. I already have water piped in, and that'll have power. It'll have a small stove. It'll have a sink. It'll have refrigerator, a couple of freezers. She can organize stuff and have kind of a cleaning prep room there. And then the front half, the front 10-foot section will be open to the air where people can come in. There'll be tables if they need to get fruits and vegetables from the farm, and flowers and planters we can hang up in there, and like an open air little farm stand store. And then the master plan for the house, well, the master plan for the house is to build the house, but the layout of the house is it's a 12 by 26 bedroom on the back side of the house with another 12 by 26 section, which will comprise of the living room on this side. Let me get my hand in the frame. And then a mudroom, laundry room on this side. Then a bathroom will split between that section and the front section of the house, which will be a 26 by 12 area, which will comprise Missy's kitchen, a small dining room, and a pantry. And then there'll be a 12-foot deck, 12 by 26 covered deck off the front of the house. And that is the grand plan for the house. As far as layout goes, the real master plan of the house is to just get the house done. So thanks for that question, Wade. And then Jennifer says she's in Northwest Montana, and they only have 2 inches of snow right now. So Montana, nice. That's beautiful country up there in Montana. Let me tell you, that's beautiful. So you are way up there. And actually 2 inches of snow, that's probably not bad really for Montana this time of year. Depends. I mean, well, you're in northwest Montana. That's probably not too bad. So awesome. River Rat Homestead. I have to go finish getting ready for the blizzard that is coming tomorrow. Yes, River Rat, I'm sure you do. We'll have a good night. Make sure there's plenty of gas and oil in that snowblower. And take some ibuprofen for your back for shoveling. I'll tell you guys, I don't miss that part of snow. Like, I miss snow. I like playing in the snow. I like four-wheeling in the snow. I like ice fishing. I like doing all kinds of winter activities. Snow removal was not one of them. We had a beautiful snowblower. I gave it to the summer camp for kids. When we left, I knew we wouldn't need a snowblower. So that's kind of where that's at. Jan says, where is Missy? Missy is resting. Missy is not feeling, she's okay, but she's just not feeling 100% today. And Jason and Tara stepped in to help me out tonight. So if Missy needs a break, Missy can have a break. That's not a problem with me at all. There's no pressure. I have no problem with that at all. Jennifer, look at that. We're coming back to you, Jennifer. She says, my home is 15 minutes from West Glacier. Well, you're right up there. You are right up there in the thick of it. So, nice. River Rat says, the tractor is all gassed up and the plow truck is gassed up and ready to go. I remember those days, man. I'm with you 100%. I've been through it. I mean, New England in the wintertime, it can be pretty nasty. It hasn't been bad last few years, but I mean, really, if we didn't get 5 feet of snow in the season, and at least 2 or 3 snowstorms with over a foot of snow, I would call it a mild winter in New England. So I know exactly what you're talking about. Cindy says she's got to go and give Missy a hug. I will, Cindy. Thank you so much for being here and taking time and checking out another live. Cindy is a loyal friend to us. She's been a friend of Missy's for, 35, maybe 40 years. And I've known Cindy as long as I've known Missy. So that's 22, 23 years now. And she's a wonderful woman and a very, very good friend to us at all times, even though we don't see each other as much. And Wade Rue, I was wondering if you were going to chime in there, Wade, that you live about 20 minutes or 20 miles from Glacier Park, Arthur. I was wondering if you were going to chime in there. So Jennifer and you are neighbors up there in beautiful Montana. So that's awesome. And Wade, you have offered for us to come up several times. And let me tell you, buddy, once I get things settled here, I might have to come up there and take you up on that. I would not mind coming up during hunting season and either doing a little elk, or maybe you guys got the sheep up there. You got those mountain sheep. That looked real interesting too. So we got plenty of time to come around to that. Everybody's throwing out prayers for Missy and wishes for Missy, and she really appreciates that. She's just taking a little time for herself. No problem at all. She had a big day today. So if she needs a break, we'll give her a break. All right, guys, I am at the 1 minute. You guys need to go and check out Tara and Ginger and Christine and oh my God, is it I think it's Lisa. The 4 ladies who are doing the Bible study. It sounded like a ton of fun. So we're gonna sign off. Go check out their channel. And thanks again, everybody, for stopping by. We really appreciate it. Bye, guys.